Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Kilo again, and welcome back to episode 3 of Understanding the Guardians. Today, we are going to be discussing Legioros of Frost. Once again, everything from this guide is going to be based off of info.lao.tistory.com. If you ever want a written guide for anything, that is where you want to go. This is going to be pretty much a video format of the guides they have posted there. As always, if you enjoy the content, always hit that like and subscribe. And let's get straight into it. So once again, we're going to be breaking this down into 3 different sections: the recommended team comp, the general battle mechanics of the fight, and the moveset. Let's start with something easy. The recommended team comp is going to be any. You can come into this fight with any type of team comp you desire. The next thing we want to look at is the general battle mechanics of the fight. Most melee players have problems dodging one skill where the boss will jump backwards and spray his ice breath at you. Now there's a huge tell with this move. When he does jump backwards, he'll do a 360 while he's backstepping. He's jumping backwards doing a 360, and then you have to dodge, because right after that 360 comes the ice breath. Sometimes it does shout before doing it, but not all the time. This is a tell for another move. If you can master dodging this move, you basically have already mastered the whole fight. Another mechanic you want to take note of is that if you knock down the boss, after you knock down the boss, he will stay down for a few seconds, and then when he gets back up, he'll do an AoE explosion around himself after getting back up. Make sure to run away before he recovers. The boss can also do that explosion without the knockdown prerequisite. A good tell is that it always arches its head up and shouts and turns 180 before doing this move. That doesn't mean that every time the boss arches his head up and turns 180 he will do it. It's just that every time he's done that explosion, he had that tell. So now let's get into the moveset of the boss. The first move you want to look out for is the no damage backstep. This is different from the backstep where he does damage because it doesn't do a 360 while he's going backwards. The next move will be his jump. The boss will turn towards an aggro target, then he will do a roar and then jump up and land back on someone's location. You will get stunned if you stand near that location. Next is the triple jump. He'll turn towards an aggro target and stomp his feet. This is a tell that he will do 3 consecutive jumps on the person he turns towards. Just keep running in a straight line, don't move backwards, and you will dodge it. Next move we'll be talking about is his charge. He does a wind-up animation before running forward. He paws the ground with his left foot, and he'll charge towards you. Below a certain health, he'll start being able to charge 3 times in a row. Keep that in mind. That's a good tell to know that he's low. The next move is his single swipe. He does a 90-degree right turn while doing the swipe. He can also double swipe, and then sometimes even quadruple swipe. So he'll do 2 swipes and then another 2 swipes. The other 2 moves that I listed before was the backstep into the frost breath and the explosion after he recovers from being knocked down. So that's going to be everything for his moveset. As always, I'm going to throw in some general tips for this fight. First tip I haven't mentioned before is that it's always okay to bring some recovery items for your battle items. So any potions, anything of that sort is always helpful for you to not get KO'd during the fight. And that way it's more likely to be a success if you don't die in the fight. The second tip as always is if you're having trouble, dying a lot to these guardians, don't get frustrated. It just takes some time and a little bit of practice and you'll be succeeding shortly. But you can always visit Tea Party's Google Doc and sign up for a static group. That way you're not signing up with randoms every time you fight, and maybe that'll be a little bit more helpful if you're signing up with people that you're doing this every day with, a static group. Another general tip for this boss fight is that if he gets knocked down, you do have time to use your ultimate before he does his recovery explosion. So always remember to optimize your damage by throwing in one of those ultimates while he's knocked down, and then remember to get out because this boss does have a mechanic to stomp the ground. So that's going to be everything, guys, as far as the recommended team comp, the general battle mechanics of the fight, and also the move set, and a couple of general tips afterwards. If you guys have any other questions about this fight, please leave a comment below, or any suggestions even, leave a comment. This will probably be my last video before the holidays, and thank you guys again for watching. My name was Kilo. Deuces. See you in the next one.